Alright, my last video didn't finish, but I didn't want to remake the whole thing over again. So, anyways, because it's been so cold, we have air brake antifreeze in our air system or whatever to keep it, thawed out or whatever. And it's been working pretty good. But last night, when I should have been at 80 on my gauge, I was actually sitting at like 50. And I had a flat tire and everything, and we're trying to figure stuff out, so I drove it to Dad. Dad called me today, and he's like, I think the transmission's going out. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it's making a weird noise, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how much air do you have? And he's like, oh, my airbags. He's like, I think they're good. And I said, well, I think maybe because when you have low air on a semi-truck, a lot of times your drive shaft or whatever, I think it's your drive shaft, will make noise. You'll hear it. It sounds like your transmission's going out. It's just because your airbags aren't up all the way. Things aren't lined up correctly. So, turns out, looks like we took we lost our carrier bearing. Probably because the tension wasn't right or something like that. I don't know. So, we had the fuel line break, the brake drum come apart, took the tires out like I explained on the last video, and now before I gotta be to work. I gotta be to work at 6. It's 2:12. I'm running an hour away to pick up a new carrier bearing, and then we're gonna try and get the carrier bearing fixed on the truck. So just letting you guys know what's going on. This is why, people are like, they say, wow, you guys make a lot of money as owner-operators. You're damn right we do. Make good money. But, we paid a mechanic. We didn't have to pay a mechanic. We did it ourselves. But the mechanic honestly wasn't the expensive part. But we had to put 2 tires on the back. Tires are not cheap. We had to put a drum on there. Brake drums are no longer cheap. They were cheap for the longest time, and the price of them has just gone up like 3 times what they were. We had to do that fuel line. That fuel line was $110 by itself, just a little piece of pipe. And now we're going to do a carrier bearing. So we'll spend over $1,000 easily, closer to $2,000 in the last 2 days, trying to keep the truck rolling. So, but we both make about $1,000 a day, so we split it between us. It means we both made we both made half what we normally do with the truck, which cuts our daily wage down to like what we make. So it's a give and take, man. It's one of those things. Like, you do make good money, but you're gonna spend money. It's just, it is what it is. It's constant headache. Like right now, I can tell my dad's kind of bothered with how much is going on, but it doesn't bother me.